Like, obviously, coaching is pretty bad. Like, especially because also too in pools, there's times where people will just coach like while you're playing. The first Pakistani player I ever fought, his name was Danielle, and when I was playing him, his friend was just fucking coaching him the entire time. And obviously, they were not speaking in English, so I couldn't understand what they were saying. But like I can see why people would get really pissed off about that shit. And obviously too, like on stream coaching and like the downtime it has. And I think that's probably another reason why it should not be in tournaments, is because they need to find a way where tournaments to reduce the amount of downtime. And maybe if someone's like entertaining or an entertaining personality, that they should put them on stream too. Like if there's some guy in like a king mask or like a bear mask or something, they should put them on stream too. Because obviously, I'm not going to say like some of those matches aren't entertaining. But in terms of like optimizing downtime, they really need to focus on that. That's why whenever you watch like an Air stream, he's just shitting on the game 24/7 because there's nothing entertaining for him to watch. And I know like even when there is good players, he's still shitting on the game. But that's kind of a whole nother point, is that like the biggest restreamer we have for Tekken tournaments is Airs. So like just imagine if you know who Airs is, if someone's new to Tekken and they go to a restream and it's just Airs shitting on this game. And that's why I was kind of mad at Namco and why I made that tweet, because they make it really easy for someone like Eris to fucking shit on this game. And even if they fix this game, he might still shit on it. But especially the way it is now, they make it extremely fucking easy for Eris to shit on this game. But I guess they don't really care too much about making it like entertaining with like good players and like tournament and like competitive wise, because it just seems like the business for them to make the most amount of money is to just stream everybody so that people think that if they go to Evo, there's a good chance they're going to be on stream. And that's what they're trying to bank off of. And in terms of like the actual competitive side of this game, that there's no money to be made.
Do you think Tekken 8 as a whole is a successful game? Like so far, season 2, 3 million copies sold.
That this game actually did seem like it was going to like blow the fuck up when everyone was still in the honeymoon phase, and you had people like Pokimane, like Offline TV or whatever those people are with VDX and like Sajam Slam. All those people finally trying Tekken and exposing it to like in a completely different audience. It felt like the game was going in a really good direction. But then like it just like there was kind of a slog area or era like near like the middle or end of season 1. I feel like when like Lydia and stuff was coming out, where like the honeymoon phase was over and it felt like everything just started to become stagnant.
Well, some players blame players for the fallout. Do you think that the players are overly negative, they're overly harsh on the game, or do you think that is justified? Because me personally, I think it's kind of justified. When you talk about the era where Pokimane was playing and like RDC World was playing, 333 Eddie came at us, and then they tried to attack mods, and then they did like a couple of updates where they broke the floor. I don't know if you remember that
Oh yeah, I remember that.
they
They
broke
broke like wall combos and stuff too.
yeah, with
Or like they
Lars
broke
and Devil
yeah.
Jin. After that, they had like the $5 DLC, madness. They
Oh, the stage, yeah. The
they
stage,
banned the
yeah.
guy for being Chinese.
Oh yeah, XCC, yeah.
Then they lied about defense in season 2. Then they released Dana. Like it's a lot of stuff that they did like all throughout the year. But with that being the case, do you think that players are harboring like this type of animosity and they're unforgiving? Who do you blame for the current state?
There's a lot of Tekken players in like the community that are really annoying, and obviously like they're really soft and they're complainers. But regardless, it's honestly Namco's fault, because like I said earlier, hashtag Tekken 8 report, that's a mistake that they made. And that's why it seems like everyone's just complaining about this game, because that's what they wanted us to do. So it honestly is their fault. Like Tekken players and people on the internet, it's not even just Tekken players, just like especially the gaming community, a lot of people are fickle and they like shit to complain about. And the way the internet is, if you're negative, it's going to travel farther than being positive. But they should have took that into account, and people at Namco shouldn't have been dumbasses and known that they would be opening the floodgates to people just complaining 24/7 by adding this Tekken 8 report shit. And I think it's easy for someone that is like Jason Toyota, where this guy plays Tekken probably like 1 or 2 hours a day and then plays like Sonic or something or whatever other fucking thing he does in his free time, and then can sleep at night and be fine. But there's people that play this shit all fucking day and are like Tekken only. So when this game is fucked up, it obviously matters way more to them. That's what people like Jason Toyota don't fucking understand. And then the reason why some of these guys have gone too crazy and off the deep end, like Big Nose and Planet Medusa, is because they're like what I'm saying. They were Tekken diehards. But it's just one of those things where when you're really passionate about something and when they fuck it up, you're obviously the same passion that you have for what the fuck you were originally passionate about is going to turn negative if they fucked it up. And that's why Eris vehemently shits on this game, And that's why Planet Medusa and Big Nose don't give a fuck and are just getting canceled and saying outlandish shit because they don't give a fuck about this game either. And even though like Planet Medusa was one of those guys where when the game first came out, he had probably like the best trailer reaction because that's how much he gave a fuck about this game. That when he watched the trailer, he was fucking ripping his shirt off and shit and like screaming and saying like yes and shit because of Kazuya and Jin in the trailer. When there's certain people that are really passionate about something that you kind of can't blame them for reacting so negatively. And that's why someone like Jason, he doesn't understand because I don't think Jason Toyota was watching the fucking Kazuya trailer and ripping his shirt off. But the way they should cater to casuals is they need to actually treat this shit like WWE. I think the players are extremely skilled, and especially in Tekken, but they don't have a lot of personalities. Where in Street Fighter, they have WWE face-offs with like Menya and fucking Kakaru. They need to do stuff like that in Tekken to get casuals to play. And like stuff at like Evo, for example, like have fucking Little Majin and JDCR do like an exhibition or something. And they need to lean more into like the actual good personalities in the Tekken community and like actually do shit with them and work with them. But I know Namco is not like that, where they don't like fucking working with any of the creators. They don't want to work with the creators and they don't want to do WWE shit. Because that's why I got fucking shadow banned. And why I won't get put back on stream is because they think that it's too scary. Like they think someone like me is too unhinged, where like I'm gonna fuck up their sponsors and shit. I think when you look at tournaments, they're kind of way too long and there's too many people that play on stream that nobody gives a fuck about. So by the time you even get to somebody that's actually interesting to want to watch, it's already been like 5 hours of watching like blue ranks and green ranks play. They're just trying to get people to join tournaments. So that's why they put random people on stream, even though no one wants to see that shit. Like when you watch sports, when you watch anything else that's entertainment, that's competitive, you're not seeing like filler for like 6 hours of like people that suck at the sport or whatever. You're watching the two people that are good or the two teams that are good, and that's it.
What is something that you like about Tekken 8?
But I think one of the best things that I've noticed with Tekken 8 that a lot of people don't abuse is the online replay system. I think the fact that you have like Korean players at like your fingertips and being able to just watch their rank games at any point in time is one of the best things about this game. And I know a lot of pro players are going to get mad at me for saying this, but this is where I kind of have to side with like the casuals, where it's kind of an invaluable resource. And it makes getting better at this game a lot easier. It makes this game more accessible without actually compromising like the competitive integrity of this game and making things too brain dead. That's why I really like the online replay system. Because I have to give credit to the online replay system for even me to get as good as I got. The fact that you can just watch a Korean use your character and see how they fight specific matchups that you suck against is like a really invaluable resource. Because like obviously you're not going to find every match on YouTube, but watching that shit is really like it's really good. Like in terms of like actual gameplay, what they did good, like they made this game for players like me that just don't give a fuck about defense and just fucking mash 24/7 and want to like be greedy and not lose their turn. That's why people that like playing patient and using more fundamentals and spacing and shit, they get punished really hard in this game. It's almost like impossible to play how you want to play in this game, especially if you're a patient player. And that's why even Knee couldn't fucking do it, and like Anakin couldn't do it, and like any fucking pro player, all the people that wanted to play Tekken 7 at first, they couldn't do it no matter how good they were.
This will be my final question. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Like Tekken player to know, like if you can pass one message along to every Tekken player, what would that be?
If you're a fucking legacy player, that hopefully you don't completely give up on this game, because even though I've been shitting on this game and I constantly do, I'm not completely off the fucking wagon on this game. It's possible that they could actually fix this game. And I think it's a good sign that they did clean house a little bit with a lot of the developers. So that's one of the good signs. It's just the problem is season 2 was so bad. It's like having like Stockholm syndrome, where even if you start seeing signs that it's going to be good, and then they just completely fucked everything and reverted all their progress. If you think that this game is fucked, you just have to stop playing this shit. But I'm not at that point yet where I feel like I'm actually losing years of my life.